I'll summarize the monster study for you. There was a speech pathologist at a university who wanted to study the effects of negative reinforcement on the development of stuttering. So he took 22 orphans, put half of them in a control group and half in the experimental group, and said, criticize the experimental group about their speech specifically, and praise the control group about their speech. The majority of the kids in the experimental group developed a stutter. None of them had one before. Because they were told they did and told they didn't speak right, they developed one. Most of them went on to have a lot of anxiety and depression all the way into adulthood. Exactly what you said about being a kid in swimming, the other reason people should get rid of the word can't is because they tell it to children. If you tell a child they can't, you implant it in their brain. But if you tell an adult they can't, you start implanting that in their brain as well.
And just with children, their brains are much more malleable and impressionable, so it's going to take a lot of that. It only takes one time of saying you can't swim,
Right.
and you went from being able to swim to being under the water.
Nobody teaches you that you can do things that you don't know how to do. You can watch somebody do something, and through your mirror neuron system, you can have the ability to do it. You just won't know that you can do it. As soon as someone tells you you can't, and they plant that in your brain, if you don't have any evidence to the contrary, you're going to believe them, especially if they have any form of authority.
Big brother.
It takes something that you could do, but you didn't know you could do, and makes it, no, you can't do that.
Which is a mind-bending thing to even think about. You could have the capability to do something and by the power of suggestion, lose that.
Right.
Which goes a lot to speak to the suggestibility of the human brain.